I told you so, I told you so, I told you so. Welcome back to Reaction Sports. It's your big homie, Mr. Opinion. Let's go. Today we're going to deep dive into Colorado's Buffalo commanding, dominating 28-9 victory over their rivals, Colorado State. And let me just say this once again, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so. This is why you come to Reaction Sports, because I'm able to give you the analysis, the breakdown, the insight what you've never seen before. Because you can't just say people what had happened. You also have to be able to project and look forward about what needs to happen. And I did that in the last video. You need to go back and check it out, where I talked about Coach Prime's identity as a coach is in the running game. It's in the running game, and we saw that platform that allowed him to be successful at Jackson State. And he found it again, and they were successful in a big way. Big way. And that's so important, right? Discovering that potent running ground game complemented by a balanced offense. All right. So after a sluggish start to the season, if you say to say the least, the Buffaloes finally unleashed their ground attack, put Welch in there at running back, and this is the same formula that Coach Prime had success at Jackson State, which, if you know anything about Coach Prime, then you know that to be true, right? Freshman running back Micah Welch, I'm not talking about the walk-on, shout out to Mr. Offadal, you've done amazing. I'm saying he had to go deeper, and he got 65 yards on the ground with nine carries, right? 7.2 yards per attempt. Now, what makes that more impressive is anything was going to be able to provide balance, right? And this was that formula. The Colorado Buffs as a team racked up 109 rushing yards on 19 attempts, 5.7 yards per run. 5.7. This is a significant improvement if you look into their past games where they were not even able to generate 50 yards of offense on the ground, right? Great job. It went from virtually non-existent to this big improvement. And I think it's only going to grow from here. And it has to. One of the things that helped the offensive line to do what? Establish a rhythm. Get established as a team to develop a little nastiness about themselves. That's what the running game comes down to sometimes. You can't just drop back, because you're catching. Sometimes you got to come off the ball. And this helps them train and learn in their process. That's why it's so important that they engage into it. Now, let's talk about Deion Sanders. He was finally able to look like the Heisman level candidate that we know he was, right? Not because he didn't throw the ball a lot, but he was able to find balance. 36 of 49, 310 yards on the ground, but he had that running game he could rely on to give that balance. Now the offensive line, who came under big scrutiny, was able to step up in a big way, only allowing one sack. One sack. Can you believe that? We're saying that about we're saying that about Colorado's offensive line, and we haven't definitely been able to say that in a very, very long time. All right, so my two major takeaways, I want to say this again: rushing and passing harmony. Say it with me now: harmony. The Buffalo achieved over 100 yards on the ground, 300 yards in the air, and I think they have to build on that. They can't just stop here. You got to keep using the running game, exploiting it to help the guys get a little balance. Third down efficiency. With a good running game, it puts you in third in manageable situations. So guess what? More sustained drives, conversion rate goes up, makes a lot of sense. Second thing, dominant defensive performance led by a potential Heisman Trophy winner, Travis Hunter, who was able to snag an interception, showcasing his two-way talent, and the defense had 2 turnovers this game. That makes a difference. That makes a difference because let's be honest. They had a lot to prove. Colorado State came out talking mad trash, and the Buffs had a lot to prove, and they were able to prove it. Colorado State quarterback Braden Fowler held to 209 yard passing, 0 touchdowns, and 2 INTs. Can you believe that? This is without a secondary that had lost Deion Sanders, so big shout out to them. So let's talk about Travis Hunter, right? He had a heck of a game. 13 catches for 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. On defense, he added an interception. Coach Sanders couldn't have been more complimentary. He can be even better. There is no ceiling. That's the word for Coach Prime. But I'm going to say this. For Travis Hunter to be who he needs to be, they need to do a better job of limiting his reps. Not because he can't do it, because I don't believe his body can hold up the way it needs to. I just don't, because think about it. He has Travis Hunter has yet to finish a full season in college. He's yet to finish a full season. So I think there's a lot to, you have to balance that out, I think, for him to reach his ceiling. I don't know if they found that balance yet to figure out exactly how many plays he's going to play. All right. This game proved that when Coach Prime sticks to his roots, and this is the I told you so moment for me, when he sticks to his roots, emphasizing a strong run game, and that creates a balanced offense, guess what? The offensive line improved, allowed the Buffs to control the line of scrimmage, something that we haven't been able to say in a very long time. Very, very long time. And that's got to mean something going forward. You got to keep this momentum up going forward. So my final thoughts are the Buffaloes have found their identity. It was a winning one by reestablishing the run game. They opened up the entire playbook. The defense was able to create turnovers, shutting things down, because it wasn't the constant back on the field. They had time off, right? Because it was sustained drive, so they could get their rest about them. Then they could come back 100% fresh, ready to go. So what's next? The Buffaloes face Baylor, as you guys know. Let's see if they can keep up this same balance and the same intensity. Now, let's tell me what you think, Coach Prime. Do you think Coach Prime has found the formula for sustained success at Colorado? Will Travis Hunter continue his march toward the Heisman? Let me know in the comments below your thoughts. Thank you for tuning in to Reaction Sports. If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth sports coverage on college football and a lot more things. Until next time, keep your eyes on the game and your reactions sharp. Catch you on the flip. Peace.